Thank you.
Dr. Cam Calder.
It's a very great pleasure to take the call on the appropriations for Vote Police. In 2008 I was campaigning in the vibrant and diverse area of Manurewa, and it was very clear to me in a space of a few minutes that there were some people living in that community who were living in a state of insecurity. I could tell this by the fact they had 3 locks on the door, and on the screen door in front of that there were another couple of locks. This government has listened. We believe that the fundamental duty we owe as a government to our people is to allow them to live in a state of safety. And our thrust, and I want to congratulate the Minister on her doing so ably, is making our community safer. And it certainly worked in Manurewa, Manukau, where I have the privilege of being based and having my office. We have seen a national reduction in crime, as the Minister has alluded to, but in counties Manukau it is even greater. It is over 10%. Over 10% reduction in crime in an area where at the time that I was walking the streets, knocking on doors, campaigning, there were sadly and tragically 5 people lost their lives through crime. That fortuitously and fortunately, and because of the good work that has been done, is no longer the case. We're addressing the drivers of crime with a range of cross-agency initiatives, addressing behavioural issues in young people, providing educational pathways from schools into work, looking to do work on reducing the alcohol-related crime, which has certainly been a problem across our country. But we also have to pay credit for the excellent work that the police are doing, and they are doing it knowing they have the full support of this government. And that is something that's come out to me time and time again, because we have a very close relationship with the police in Manurewa, and I see them on a regular basis, and they tell me that they feel 100% supported by the Minister and by this government. And so what are some of the things that we have been doing and the police have been doing? And I want to add to the Minister's congratulations to Peter Marshall. Peter Marshall did a wonderful job up in the Regional Assistant Mission, Solomon Islands, and the leader of the Solomon Islands told me when I was up there in the Pacific Mission that they would not have had an election without bloodshed had it not been for Ramsey's good work and Peter Marshall's leadership. We are very, very fortunate having Deputy Commissioner Mike Bush down in National Headquarters now, because Mike has done some superb work in the counties Manukau area, and a lot of his work, of course, will be rolled out nationally. I took the opportunity to go out with an incident car quite recently, and I was impressed by the professionalism, the empathy and the effectiveness of the team. Now, what the police are doing, they've got a flexible rostering. They're working more smartly. They've got a flexible rostering system so they can deploy more police to times when there is greater demand. So, of course, I chose Friday night, which is regarded as quite a good time to be out, and sure enough, I saw them doing a wonderful job. One of the things I first saw them do was, in fact, deploy that wonderful new tool that has been deployed over 4,100 times, the police safety order. We were called to a domestic home, a residence. There was a gentleman stuperously asleep in a car on the front lawn. There was a concerned wife and child inside and some family members, and I was very impressed with the professional way that the constables dealt with the issue. They issued a police safety order, so that gentleman was taken away. At its stroke, the family was protected from any possible intimidation, violence or harassment, and that will last for as long as the police elected it to last what they wrote on the order. So that ensures safety for that period of time, allowing time for things to calm down. That will not result in the conviction for that person, but is a very clever and an elegant tool in addressing a situation that can be fraught and dangerous at the time. The other thing which I'd like to tease out a little bit is the neighbourhood policing team, because I concur with the Minister. It is a superb intervention, and we have benefited hugely in Manurewa, Manukau from the deployment of 6, and we've got another 6 coming, so we'll have 12 in total, and the 18 further teams rolled out across the country, so 30 in all. So I went out with one in my community, and it was led...
Members, the question is that vote please stand part of the schedule. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The question now is that the vote serious fraud stand part of the schedule. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Sorry.
I didn't hear a vote from the government.
There was, there was no one who sought a call, and I've carried on and I've put the vote, and that's the end of the matter. The question now is that vote